what happening is Big Cat, aka Too Good Sleep with a cut of upper turn. You know the big dog. He want a ton. We at the top. We at the top. We at the top. We at the top about Joe Budden. You know the Joe Budden podcast. It recently went out. I think Brody on vacation, but anyways, we ain't getting no Wednesday episode. But basically, Joe Budden basically says that before this whole beef happened, before we got the, I don't know if it's before Kendrick started getting into the beef or maybe after like that, I don't know. But basically, I don't know if it's before Push-Ups, Tailor Made, Euphoria, 616 in LA. I don't know when, but apparently there was a point where Drake and Kendrick spoke. And Kendrick warned Drake before dropping the diss tracks. So I'm guessing this is probably after Tailor Made, if that's the case. That's what Joe Budden is saying he's reporting. Now again, I know they have spoke, especially around the time the first person shooter shit came out. Yeah, because I feel like, Kendrick should have been on that shit. It made sense that Kendrick Lamar should have been on that song. And I know they spoke around that time. Now, I didn't know they spoke again during the diss tracks. Basically, the conversation, or we could imagine, we don't know word for word or bar for bar what they said, but the conversation was something along the lines of, hey, bro, is you really trying to do that? Like, what type of time is we on? Is we going to keep it just rap, or is we going to go somewhere else with it? And, yeah, they was just having that conversation, and maybe Drake was doing a little too much. With the whole day free thing, potentially being the father of one of Kendrick's kids you've seen in the Not Like Us video or whatever have you. So it is what it is at the end of the day. So then Kendrick's like, oh, is we doing that? All right, we getting serious then. You know what I'm saying? By the way, a lot of niggas don't talk about Euphoria, bro. That shit still go hard. I ain't gonna lie. Euphoria was a good ass song. But anyways. By the way, that Toronto restaurant, bro, that shit got business. I ain't gonna lie. Kendrick shouted them niggas out. Them niggas have business. They named a fucking meal after that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Drake, you say you don't go to Israel and play no money trees. Hey, he gave your business a money tree, a business in your city, But anyways, enough of the nonsense. Enough of the jokes. Let's talk about this. Now, again, I wouldn't be surprised if this has happened. This is some tea apparently Joe Budden got, but again, we could have speculated they had a conversation. Like, again, if you tried to get into contact with him for first-person shooter, yeah, y'all can talk to people. Y'all have people that know each other. Shit, Kendrick could get into contact with SZA. Like, yo, give me Aubrey number. Y'all have a little conversation. Same with Drake. Yo, SZA, give me K.Dot's number. Yo, YG. Yo, CB. Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can get into contact with these people. It ain't hard, bro. Especially y'all's at the top of the top. Y'all know somebody or work with somebody, either a publicist, a manager, a tour agent that has this person's information. It ain't that difficult. But anyways, let's talk about this shit, man. According to Joe Budden, Kendrick Lamar could have called Drake before their battle. Again, not surprised. It goes without saying that Drake and Kendrick Lamar's lyrical battle was one of the most explosive hip-hop fans have seen in a while. Also, the fact this is continuing basically to the Super Bowl, ridiculous. But anyways, hey, we could make cases of the record labels being behind some shit, but anyways, I ain't here to do all that. Apparently, however, Kendrick could have given Drake a warning before things popped off. During a recent episode of his podcast, Joe Budden shared a theory. According to him, he heard K.Dot gave Drake a call before any of their diss tracks were released, also before. So yeah. So that could be a thing. By the way, why do Drake and Kendrick just keep dropping diss tracks randomly? I don't know why they don't post it on their page. Maybe they didn't think it would be that big or whatever have you, but it was what it was at the end of the day. As well as, bro, I could see that, like how Drake probably heard Kendrick working on some shit. I'm pretty sure Kendrick could hear Drake is working on some shit. Hey, listen, shout out to Baby Keem, bro. That nigga had to walk tundras and miles to get to Kendrick. This nigga be working out in the park. He be in Tibet trying to be a monk. Sometimes the nigga works at a fucking car wash. We don't know where this nigga is, but he found him and played him the diss tracks. You know, because I know Kendrick didn't know exactly what days those was coming out. He gave him the call just like, hey, nigga, I'm going to get in the zone. You know, I'm out here being peaceful. I'm out here chilling. Don't let me go back in that booth. So when he seen Drake going brazy, hey, Baby Keem walked his ass over to Kendrick. Kendrick like, all right, bitch. It's time to go in. Now, all jokes aside, listen. All jokes aside, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, once Kendrick seen them diss tracks, he like, oh, okay, I'm going to go lock in the lab for a bit. And then I'm going, bam, 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 whack, whack, whack. You know what I'm saying? He's just dropping them shits on his head. Dropping them on his head top, bro. It looked like Anthony Edwards when he was dunking on them boys. You know what I'm saying? I also heard that Drake and Kendrick had a talk before any diss tracks was released, he explained. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard they spoke. As for how the conversation itself went, Budden says Kendrick told Drake to keep it light. Clearly, that's not all how the situation played out. It went like the Teddy Pendergrass part of that ish, he said. Hey, how do you want this to go? Ultimately, Kendrick dropped what many believe to be the song of the summer. Not like it is the song of the summer, I ain't gonna lie. He accuses Drake and his OVO crew of being certified lover boys, certified, pedos, PDF files, whack, 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 you know what I'm saying, and much more. Now that Kendrick has been announced as the headliner for the 2025 Super Bowl, there has been some questions as to whether or not he'll be performing it in its entirety. I don't think in its entirety, because if he gets off certified lover boy, certified PDF file, crazy. Obviously, it's what most fans probably want to hear. I feel like they're not like us. He might do the third verse. I could see him doing. I don't know, but he'll get it in there. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman. I'm the one to up the skull with him. We might hear that part. Fans probably want to hear Kendrick perform. We're gonna hear the whack whack whack. We're gonna hear that. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick performed live at this point, concerning how big it's been in recent months. Some people, like Charlamagne the God, however, suspect that Drake has already threatened to take legal action if this is allowed. Wouldn't be surprised, honestly. For now, it remains to be seen how the performance goes. What do you think about Joe Budden claiming that he heard that Drake and Kendrick talk before the battle? I wouldn't be surprised, because if they talked around the time First Person Shooter was coming out, them trying to get Kendrick on the front, like, come on, bro, like, yeah. I would not be surprised. Again, I don't know for sure. I don't know for certain. But I wouldn't be surprised if they spoke and had a little conversation and they talked about it with each other. I would not be surprised. But yeah. Hey, man. All this fan love and war, that's what they saying. Them boys battled, they went to war. Kendrick was trying to keep it light, apparently. And maybe Drake overstepped. And Kendrick like, all right, it's time to pop out and show niggas. You hear me? But what do y'all feel about this? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like Joe Budden is the angry man from since he's basically a grandpa Simpson and he's an angry old man screaming at clouds, or there's some validity to this? Comment down below, links in the description. Besides that, friendly neighborhood K.A. sign off for today. Black TJ there while I'm doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe, you trying to hit a little bit more to hear me. I'm gone. Slime Zoom, peace out, gang. Aye.